Check the freezer.
I got black, I got white, what you want? Hop outside the ghost and hop up on the fan on. I know I'm about to blow, oh, oh, when you done. They try to take my floor, I take they out for ransom. I know that I'm gone.
Alright, y'all, let's get into it, man. It's Bennydontmiss, man. How y'all doing today, man? And today, we got DJ Akademiks over here. DJ Akademiks, I don't know if he off the henny, man, but he says a lot of things. In this case, he spoke about the old heads, the hip-hop pioneers, calling them dusty. And y'all don't have to take my word for it. Check this video out.
Good. Them niggas be looking really dusty. I kid you not. And none of y'all try to come for me because I don't fuck with y'all niggas either. So I'm just tell y'all the truth. Y'all be looking like, every time there be like an old nigga talking about hip-hop, you be like, yo, bro, you sure you invented this? Because everybody else living better than you. Facts.
Okay.
And now y'all look, this is LL Cool J response. Check this out.
So, you guys might want to record this. Make sure you're recording this or screen recording it or something so that you guys get it. I don't go live a lot. I haven't really been going live since, the pandemic, but this is something that came to my attention. It came to my attention that a DJ, and I'm not going to say any names because I don't think it's necessary. A DJ basically said that, a lot of the pioneers in hip hop are, they're dusty, or how can they be the person that, invented hip hop if, they don't have a lot of money, or if they don't look or represent like they have a lot of dough, right? Let me explain something to you, and say this for you guys. Don't confuse someone's ability to develop a business model. Don't conflate. In other words, don't think just because somebody knows how to get money or fails to get money that they didn't make a contribution to the culture. No one discusses Miles Davis's bank account. We don't talk about John Coltrane's bank account. We don't talk about a lot of even rock musicians, a lot of them. We don't talk about their bank accounts. A lot of great country artists, we don't talk about their bank accounts. This idea that you have to have money or else you don't have any value is a bad idea, and it's kind of like, it's a misinformed way of looking at the world and the culture. There are artists out here. First of all, let me say this. First of all, let's talk about young artists, right? Who I love. I love the young artists. Let's be clear. I'm very much a guy who embraces the young artists. I believe in every generation. I believe in you. I care about you. Let me say this to you, though. Today, you could come up with your 5-year plan, your 10-year plan, your 20-year plan. You can go find a manager. You can find an accountant. You could find somebody that means something to you, to help you. You could find a team to help your career go to the next level. When hip-hop first started, there were no managers. There were no accountants that believed in it. Record companies didn't even believe in it. Nobody believed in it. How can you make a 5-year plan or a 10-year plan on something that doesn't even exist yet, that people have never even heard of? So just because a couple of these guys and girls and people out here made songs and made music and made contributions to this culture, or even dancers danced and made these contributions to culture, just because they didn't get rich, just because they weren't able to pile up millions or billions of dollars, does not mean that they didn't make a contribution to this culture. That does not mean that they didn't do something. They created an industry that we all ate off of. They created an industry that you eat off of. When you go out there and you go monetize your brand, when you go monetize your brand, when you go get your whatever and do what you got to do to build your career, when you go out there and negotiate your deals and negotiate your checks and talk tough, guess what? That money, that bread, that food that you eating was created by those same people that you disrespected. That industry was created by them same people that you call in, foul words, foul language. The people that you're referring to. So my thing is this. It's always good. It's always good to get money. It's always important. It's important. It's important to get money. I agree. I'm all about getting paper. I've been talking about it my whole career. But don't ever, ever, ever confuse being rich with making a contribution to our culture. Don't ever play yourself like that again. Because trust me, you playing yourself. Because without these dudes and these girls who started this hip-hop culture, a lot of the guys that's out there talking tough, you wouldn't even have a career. We'd be on the corner with a beer talking about what's the next move we gonna make. So I would say, approach this game with humility and be glad and be thankful that these pioneers, exactly, slave mentality. Be glad that these pioneers helped create this culture. And let's show them love. Let's elevate them. Let's celebrate them. That's why I started Rock the Bells. That's why I started this movement. So I wouldn't have to listen to foolish rhetoric about people that changed the world. These people changed the entire world. The whole planet runs on hip-hop culture right now. The whole planet. Every commercial, everything you could think of is all about hip-hop. And there are people out there that started this thing, and I think that they deserve to be honored and respected. I'm going to leave it right there. I'm not going to say no names. I'm not going to say nothing foul. I'm not going to go at nobody's character. I'm just going to say,
even though I could have,
think before you speak. Peace.
Well,
and so shout out Forgotten Kings for the content for the video. Shout out to you. And now I want to give my piece on it. All right, y'all, I'm re-recording this. Let's go. So when it comes to LL Cool J, I believe he's definitely in the right, defending himself, defending the pioneers who made hip-hop what it is. Akademiks comes from the newer age, and he's in an area where it's very profitable. They have businesses, they have structures, they have infrastructures. They even have people outside of hip-hop who has somewhat of an interest in hip-hop to buy, let's say, people catalogs and whatnot. Okay, so with that being said, it's two different worlds. Like LL clearly stated, that back then they didn't have managers and stuff, and people didn't even know hip-hop was a thing. How could you plan ahead for something that don't exist? And then Akademiks also wanted to talk about Jay-Z. Now, if you know, like I know, Jay-Z did a couple things, had a couple dealings that ruffled a couple feathers for back in the day, but therefore elevated his growth. And therefore, anybody who hit a billionaire status, congratulations. You won the game of life. For people who, like Akademiks, who hit, millionaire status, you've won the game of life. Congratulations. It's two different things. But you cannot discredit what the pioneers have done. They literally paved the way to make rap what it is today. Now, figure if rap didn't come around until later, would it still have the name Impact? Would it even be as trendy as it is worldwide now? Who's to say? I personally don't think so. Especially being lucrative. Y'all gotta do y'all research for y'all that don't know about the impact of hip-hop and rap. Especially from back in the day. When it first came in, the general consensus of what people thought about it, and then look at what from there and what it grown to today, is something truly of a miracle when it comes to a music genre that was created off the back of oppression. Now, Agman, I don't know, him ranting and raving is probably him sipping off the Henny too much again, because his legendary rants of when he drinks, it's funny, it's entertaining. But now I feel like you can't clap back at a legend like LL Cool J like that, especially off of that, off of what he helped build, you're in the wrong. And that's my opinion on it, man. This Benny Don't Miss, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for listening. Y'all like this content, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, because I'm here and it never ends, man. This Benny Don't Miss, man. Peace.
That's what I'm on. Wack gonna beat me up? Wack my nigga. Like, what you mean Wack gonna beat me up? Wack the big Paru. What y'all niggas talking about? Somebody
I don't know which part it is.
Will you ever YouTube box anybody? A 10-piece nigga. Floyd has gotten hundreds of millions a couple years ago. Sometimes I'll be like, yo, is that nigga on the roids? That nigga. I talk about frequencies. I hit a nigga up literally on a private message like, yo, bro, what you trying to do, bro? Like, my nigga, like, every time, like, me and you go back and forth, like, all my social media is getting sanctioned and shit like that, for bullying and all that. Like, yo, bro, you clearly got a problem with me. I really never had a problem with you like that, but if it's really a problem, let's just box. What's up? Bro, the nigga put out my DMs and leaked my number, bro. Like, Freddie that's when I realized that nigga wasn't on shit, nigga. That's why niggas is slapping him, taking his chain, robbing him, doing all type of stuff. I recently seen that nigga on Funk Flex. I ain't even gonna speak too much on him. Matter of fact, this is the only thing I'm gonna say about it, because I ain't even gonna listen to it. Freddie, you know I got all the time for you, because I see everybody, yo, act, respond. Boy, I don't want to hear you on Funk Flex talking about you willing to sit down. I was been willing to sit down with you. I was been willing to meet up with you and do whatever you wanted to do. You never was on nothing. So you don't really want to get no static. You don't really even want to sit down, because I've been invited you to the podcast too. You don't really want to do that. Boy, you got an album dropping the 30th, so now you got rhymes and you want to bait me into some shit. I'm not going to go back and forth with you on social media. I treat you like every one of my ops. When your first week numbers come out, nigga, that's when I activate, nigga. You ain't.
So, see, it's like that. That's exactly what I was talking about. But yeah, man, this Benny Don't Miss, man. I just want to give my thoughts on that situation regarding LL Cool J and his defense in response to what DJ Akademiks said. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Peace.